Okay, here's my project, the financial research agent. The goal of this project basically is for someone to look up uh, information about a stock. Mm, it could be useful to get quick summaries about how a stock is doing at a particular time frame. Uh, it's pretty simple interface. You basically ask a question here and hit the analyze button, and then the agent will basically gather information, do online searches, and gather data and provide it in a simplified format for you to see. It's the same project that I've been working throughout the semester, I guess. uh, I've been trying to include the visualizations part where the agent writes code to create visualizations on the go. I've not had success with that, but here's what I have so far. So I have few already existing queries that I ran earlier. For example, analyze Google's performance in 2025. On the top, it writes executive summary, uh, then gives you the overview and different kind of information. So for example, the company, the alphabet Inc., and then the type of the company and the sector, and then it gives the financial performance for the company. So for example, the market cap, the PE ratio, and then the dividend yield. I'm not sure why it says NA. Maybe Google Google does not have a dividend. Then the historical income statements, historical balance sheets, historical cash flow, and all that. And then it also gives a quick summary about the growth opportunities for a particular company. For example, here it says the recommended period highlights robust year-over-year growth, market cap, and all that. It also breaks down the revenue. For example, for Google, it breaks it down into Google services, Google advertising, Google search, and all that. And later down the line, it gives you some of the top news articles. For example, uh, from today itself, found two articles, one from Motley Fool and the other one from Motley Fool as well. But you can go and click on these links to further read about them. And then further down here, we have the ownership and insider trade activity. And I think this comes from the financial datasets API. I'm not sure. This is from last year. I'm not sure if there are any other activities after this period as well and why it's not included here. We can take a look. But then further down, the risk factors, it's done by an agent itself. And the agent also suggests some follow-up questions that you can ask uh, for your particular query. Let's do another one right here, and then we can go into the code. Let's do analyze Tesla's performance in 2024, the entire year. Let's just do hit analyze. While that's processing, let's look at the let's look at the code structure. Uh, so then I guess the overview of the project itself is user asks a question, then there's a planner agent, which uh, actually there's a manager agent which manages all the web search and the financial data retrieval. And based on that, it passes the information to a writer agent, which writes summaries in the report that we see on the app. Uh, we go further down. Yeah, so this is the flow of the agent. So it runs on Streamlit. Whenever someone writes a query, the manager starts running, and then it extracts the company information, and then it passes that to the financial data agent, which then retrieves information from financial data sets API and then analyzes that and then passes it back to the manager agent. And the manager agent then performs the web searches and again extracts the context from the web searches. And then the writer agent uses all the gathered information to write up the follow-up questions, short summary, and other sections of the report. And then there's also a verification report agent, which and what that does is it makes sure all the information is verified. Uh, and if there are any uh, discrepancies. Okay, should have completed this. No, okay, so here is the Tesla, the query that we ran, analyzed Tesla's performance in 2024. Again, it writes the executive summary on the top, then the company details, and then the key matrices. I'm not sure why this is zero. Maybe Tesla also does not provide dividends, but then income statements, balance sheets, cash flow, and then the segmented revenues, market news, ownership, and then the risk factors. Okay, now let's look at the code. So the entry point is the Streamlit app itself. And if you look to the code, you'll see whenever user asks a question, it gets passed to the manager, which is an agent itself. And if we go into the function here, what you'll see is it's sequential. So first it lets the financial agent run and get the data and get all the context and analyze it. And then it passes that. Then it does the search, the web searches. And after that's done, we write the report and verify it. So that's the kind of flow for the agent. And so let's look at where we're getting the data from. So this is the function that the manager agent calls. And if you look into the code here, you'll see this line right here, which says runner.run financial data agent. So what it's doing is it's running the financial data agent, which is right here, where we have the prompt defined for it. So it's a big prompt where we are asking it to gather the information from the financial datasets API and then uh, format the output in the format that we want, in the template that we want. And that's pretty much it. And it uses a tool called Financial Data Search, which is the financial datasets API. So here's the description. So it based on this description, it passes all these parameters. The agent passes all these parameters to this function call and gathers the information. So yeah, so basically this agent gathers the information and it outputs it in this format right here. So it will include all these fields in its output, which is used by the manager and the writer agents. So yeah, so that's the part about gathering the financial data. And after that, this is the search part. This is done by an agent called planner agent, which breaks down the initial query into multiple web search queries and then executes them. Once that's done, we go to the writer agent, which is down here. And this writer agent uses these financial agent, risk agent as tools to get that information that they had gathered and then synthesizes the report down here. Yep. So we call that writer with tools with all the context from financial dataset agent and the planner agent and the verification agent. Once that's done, it all this data returns back to the Streamlit app, which then writes it on the app. Yep, that's pretty much it.